Hey guys, this is Ultima from S3R Gamers, and welcome to a special vlog. Today was the first, technically last night was the start of E3, and that was Bethesda's conference. But I'm not doing a video about the game companies themselves, just because, like, I tend to prefer to follow the console conferences more than the actual. I tend to pick up news after the fact from the company conferences. So my focus for this video is the Microsoft and Sony E3 press conference, and I can't lie, it's mainly gonna be me talking about one thing. This is more of a reaction to that. Freaking Final Fantasy VII is finally getting a proper remake. Coming first to the PS4 is what they said. So my assumption is there's going to be a gap in time before it hits the PC and the Xbox One. But honestly, if it's anything longer than a month, I am absolutely getting a PS4 just so I can play that thing the moment it comes out, because and I know I'm not the only one, as much as it gets a little bit of hate now, just because, quite frankly, the game has received such praise and hype over such a long period of time, that now it's kind of become the cool thing to just hate and sort of nitpick at. But the fact of the matter is, Final Fantasy VII is one of the biggest games in the history of gaming. Whether you like the game or not, whether you think it's overrated or not, it is absolutely a monumental moment in gaming. And it really popularized the JRPG in the West. So, that being said, super duper duper excited. Final Fantasy VII. When I heard I was watching the trailer and I was like, okay, what's going on here? Because they just did World of Final Fantasy, which looked like kind of weird, but honestly, it's Final Fantasy, so I'm probably gonna play it anyway. And that's exclusive to PS4 and PS Vita. But then, like, I'm hearing this and I'm like, okay, where are they going with this? I thought maybe it was just a Final Fantasy 14 like new trailer for that. But then I hear a tune, I hear a music tune, and I'm like, God, that music sounds really familiar. And then I see it. Then you just see Cloud walking with his Buster Sword through what presumably is the streets of Midgar, very similar to the beginning of the game. And I just screamed. I just lost it. I screamed. My friend called me immediately the moment it happened. And we just sat there, like, screaming at each other, like, oh my God, it's happening. Oh my God. I literally can't contain my excitement. Like, freaking, oh God. If that was a console, like, purely console exclusive to PS4 would have just won E3, like, hands down. It's only a timed exclusive, so I really can't give it to them matter-of-factly. But, man, just having that game, like, that's just a game that people have been waiting so long for, that having a timed exclusive is going to be absolutely huge for Sony on that one, even though they're already pretty decently ahead right now in console sales. But, oh my God, Final Fantasy VII freaking completely remastered is happening. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. As much as I love tons of other games, Pokemon, yada, 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 whatever, I'm freaking really into Heroes of the Storm right now. These are, like, these are gameplay things, but I've never been so invested in a world and a story like I was in Final Fantasy VII. And quite frankly, as far as the RPG goes, it's pretty easy to pick up and play, but it also has enough depth to it that it's a very fun game, gameplay-wise. If you've never played Final Fantasy VII, you have an Xbox One, PS4, or a gaming PC, when this game drops, please do yourself a favor, give it a try, because the one thing I always hear people say now is, yeah, Final Fantasy VII, I mean, it's okay, but it looks really dated, the polygons look stupid. Well, guess what? No one's going to have that excuse anymore, so unless they completely screw up this remake, I'm not going to have to hear, yeah, but, no, screw you. Final Fantasy VII is getting remade. I'm assuming it's coming out 2017, because that's the 20-year, I believe that's 20 years of Final Fantasy VII. At least it was released in 97 here in the West, so maybe 2016 is 20 years in Japan. I don't know. But, oh, I'm so excited for that. As far as Sony and Microsoft's E3 conferences in general, I thought they both did really, really well. I don't think Microsoft's was as good as last year. Sony's was definitely better than last year. I didn't think Sony's last year was very good at all. Sony's this year was good. I'm a little torn on which one was better. I mean, if I actually take out the Final Fantasy timed exclusive, Final Fantasy VII Remake timed exclusive, it's really hard to debate which one was better to me, because here's the thing. I'll admit, Sony's games the games that Sony announced, they looked a little more, I don't want to say imaginative, like Microsoft's games lack imagination, but it's like Sony's games kind of have this more imaginative, majestic feel to them, like from what I saw. And Microsoft's games had a very like epic, like just huge scale feel to them, you know, with Gears of War and Halo and other things. And then so it's like they're kind of going in different directions, I feel like, but that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can leave the same type games to the third parties. It's probably a good thing when they both make games that go different directions, because it's just more of an option for us to take. Again, last year I really didn't care for Sony's E3. This year it was actually really good. I thought they did a really good job. Microsoft did a really good job too. Microsoft also announcing backwards compatibility, true backwards compatibility, on the Xbox 360, and I'm going to be really excited for that, because it's so annoying to play on my 360 because I just have so much stuff hooked up on my TV that sometimes it's just a chore turning on my 360 and getting to play it. So that was two huge things out of E3. The biggest things, at least in my opinion, Final Fantasy VII Remastered coming first to PlayStation 4, then presumably to Xbox One and PC as well. And then true backwards compatibility for Microsoft. Microsoft also had some really good stuff with HoloLens, announcing their partnership with Oculus and Steam's VR. So it looks like Microsoft's really, partially probably because Sony has their own VR setup, Microsoft's now really looking into backup Oculus and Valve's VR, and as long as their own HoloLens. So all in all, E3 is doing great so far, so amazing. Tomorrow morning, I'm absolutely going to make a short vlog going over what Nintendo does. Nintendo's not doing a conference. They're doing a E3 Direct tomorrow morning. I'm going to have to get up pretty early to watch it, and then I'm going to go ahead and record it. But so far, day one, E3's looking great. Hats off to Microsoft and Sony. It's looking like it's going to be a good year and a good couple of years to be a gamer. But Final Fantasy VII Remade completely from the ground up. If it's, again, anything longer than a month exclusive, I am absolutely getting a PS4. So look out, PS4 fans. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. Okay, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow for the Nintendo wrap-up or something. I don't know.